Welcome to High Impact Living, the motivational speaking of Rick Mcdaniel, the noted author, international communicator, and senior pastor at Richmond Community Church in Richmond, Virginia.
We're going to finish out this How to Christianity series by reading from the book of James, chapter 5, beginning with verse 7. My friends, be patient until the Lord returns. Think of farmers who wait patiently for the spring and summer rains to make their crops grow. Their valuable crops grow. Be patient like those farmers and don't give up. The Lord will soon be here. Don't grumble about each other, or you will be judged, and the judge is right outside the door. My friends, follow the example of the prophets who spoke for the Lord. They were patient, even when they had to suffer. In fact, we praise the ones who endured the most. You remember how patient Job was, and how the Lord finally helped him. The Lord did this because he is so merciful and kind. We have spent our entire summer in the book of James. Hard to believe. And I think one of the reasons it's hard to believe is because of the variety of topics that we have covered, the various themes over this entire summer. It hasn't been anything close to redundant or the same subject matter. And it just shows how practical the Bible is, about how the Bible just speaks to about everything that can happen in a person's life. And today is by no means an exception. In fact, today in my mind is a perfect ending point. Now you may say, well, aren't there a few more verses left in the book of James? And there are, but you may recall that back in early June, before this series started, I did some messages on healing, and in one of those messages was from the book of James chapter 5 later on, where it talks about how to be healed. So we've covered that already. But I think this is a beautiful ending point, because when you can talk about where we really are in life, where all of us end up being at one point or another. In fact, I just can only imagine how many people who will hear or watch this message, whether live today or at some time in the future, will be in a place where they are just waiting on something and challenged to be patient. And my guess is it will be many, many, many people. And even if there's areas in your life where things are going well, or you're happy with the way they are, it may be an area, a particular area, where you are just waiting patiently, trying to be patient and waiting to see what it is that...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?